Hey, what is going on, everybody? Boilon here, back for another video on Marvel's Strike Force. Happy Saturday, and in today's video, we have the nodes revealed for the Quasar Scourge. So that's going to be starting on Monday at 2 p.m. Pacific time. We also have some additional information that have been revealed about Blastaar. So his traits have been confirmed, so that if you were thinking about maybe using him in, say, in the Xavier saga, or you're just waiting to know more about him, he's going to start to become available probably within like 2 weeks or so, maybe 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm surprised this kit hasn't been revealed, but it probably will be next week as well. So you can prepare for him if he's someone that you're thinking about doing. For that, we're also going to take a quick peek at the blog as well, although a lot of that's probably stuff you already would have known or you've already seen on other videos. If you've been keeping up with the data mines here, right, then you know everything in advance. The stuff we talked about yesterday, it would appear that most of that is going to be in week 5, especially the Susan Storm, aka the Invisible Woman free to play event. But all that and more in today's video. So let's boil this down. Oh, wrong button. Okay, there we go. So here's the blog, right? The blog for, let's go into full screen mode actually. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. So we have Franklin Richards coming out next week, right? You know, and no surprise there at all. We kind of knew that it was coming, but he is going to be coming on July 24th, which I believe is Thursday, 5 days from now. Yeah, pretty sure it's Thursday. We have an Accursed Team Strike Pass. No surprise there. Harbinger Week 4, we had that in Data Mines a long time ago. We had another, I think this is the last iteration maybe of the Hood Rises, which is their Alliance event. Quasar's event, which is in game already, by the way, which is going to be on Monday. We're going to take a look at the milestones for that and this fantastic force, which I've already gone through. And actually, I think the blog has less details than what the data mines had. Also, Thunderbolts going into bumps, aka the orbs, and their red stars and diamonds will be available in the Intel store. So this is the new reality, guys, in case you guys were wondering, that there will be direct upgrades for purchase for chapter currency, but no long. You're gonna have to wait basically 2 months from this point on to buy them in the Elite store. I believe there was I think they said that it was gonna be a 2 month gap between the chapter store and the actual Elite store. So do keep that in mind as well. Going forward, it's going to be a lot harder. So make sure when you're pulling new character red stars, some people have asked me this, make sure that you get a 7 red on those characters. Like, save some of those elite orbs for the new characters so that you can get them unlocked that way. 7 red, the better, right? Character shards, Quasar in the Hood. A lot of this stuff I don't really need to talk about, right? We talked about this in my data mines video. Spend campaign energy, collect unstable cells, play war with Quasar. What it doesn't mention is gear tier, I'm pretty sure, with Quasar, which again was in the data mines. The premium objectives, though, has been moved to Blitz with Franklin. We're gonna see, right? Is this still bugged? Is this gonna be Franklin Richards with gear with stars, right? Because it doesn't mention here about gear tiers with Quasar. The Hood Rises is going to be more of arena stuff, I guess. Unstable cells and battling with Thunderbolts. Franklin Richards coming to the game, right? Which is going to be important, and I do plan on coring for him. I was in the wrong window. But anyways, you can also see the fantastic Force mini showcase here coming as well. So what I want to do is I want to check. I didn't actually read this part, but I think it has actually less details than what we know. Like, if you've been following the data mines, you literally know more. This is literally it that's in the blog about it. It says there's going to be a blog that goes live on Monday, the day it goes live. And I've already told you more. If you watch, please go watch my other video from yesterday if you don't know what's going on. But essentially, it's going to be like an anniversary style event like that, where it's like 4 weeks long, and every week a new chapter kind of gets unlocked. And there's different requirements for those nodes. Fantastic Four are the main ones, and then you can use different characters like City, Global, Cosmic, that kind of thing. Heroes, I believe, as well for chapter 1. So just gobsmacked that they're not even giving these kind of details in the blog. They're like, hey, they're telling you that, but like, wait for another blog. You know, just follow my data mines, guys. Like, it's been 95 to 99% correct lately, and so you're gonna get more details on my videos than you're gonna get from the blogs. Just saying. Invasion event Quasar Red Stars. So we know how this works, right? This is the third or whatever time to do this, and it is in game as well. And again, if you've been following my data mines, you would already know what's coming. So missions 13 and 14 is Accursed or Quasar. 15, 16 Accursed, Fantastic Four MCU or Quasar, right? If Scopely's as bad with their math as they have in the previous Scourge events, then you may in fact be able to get the 7 red without needing these new characters, but we don't know that. So what I will do is I will wait. I will save my resources, and I think that's a good idea. Is to maybe hold on to your resources, hold on to your gold training mods, whatever, right? To see what we actually need to do, and if we don't need to use a curse, all the better, right? If we can do nodes 1 through 12 or something like this without having to build a curse for those of us who have skipped it, all the better, right? We'll have to see what that ends up being. My guess, if you just so what happened previously is you could do all the nodes at D9 with very limited packs, or you had to do D10 and 8 nodes with all the packs, something like this, right? So if you want to skip this, or hypothetically to skip this, you would probably need to run this at D10, which is a lot harder. It's not impossible, but it's a lot harder than D9 is. And you would have to run it with almost all the packs, I think, to do 12 nodes in this case to get it. But that we'll have to see right on Monday when it ends up going live. Twitch shots, Friday free claim. So in game, we do have we have that. That actually, you know what, the rewards might be online. If it's in game right now, it very well could be online. And I'll have to double check that. But the invasion event Quasar. Okay, so let's take a look, and this looks very similar. So you can actually get red stars pretty early on down here as well. They have all the other ones too. So if you missed out on any, 5, 6, 7 at milestone 13. Now this is probably doable at D9. Now, whether or not you're able, so D9 with most of the nodes, probably. D10 with max packs or near max packs or something like that, probably. We'll have to do the math basically based on 16 nodes and see whether or not 12 nodes worth of points will clear it at what threshold, D9 or D10, and how many packs you need to run. So that's everything that I'll be doing on Monday night, or for me it's Monday night, right? I guess. At like 11 o'clock at night. And so I'll get this out to you guys ASAP so that you know what you need to run and what you don't need to run. And so you can see it here. But, you know, if you do want the extra milestone 15 stuff, right, this is going to be, I believe, D10 with the other nodes. If you want milestone 15, I think. But to get the 7 red, it's 2 milestones behind. So this might be much easier to get. It probably will be much easier to get than the G20s if you want this. And that, to be honest, that's quite a lot of G20s. Like 50 G20s is quite a lot. So I'll probably do one run to get the 7 red, and then do a second run to go all and get the milestone 15. The rank rewards are just fluff stuff, right? There looks to be 2 different icons. Actually, there's a few actually. It's like angry Quasar up here, and then there's like not so angry Quasar over here with laser eyes, and just like regular Quasar. That's crazy. There's like 3 different type of avatar icons here, and multiple different types of frames as well. So that's up for grabs on that. But again, it's just for aesthetics. So if you don't give a shit about any of this, then you just need to run the leaderboard, the milestones, and make sure you clear that and pick up your rewards and go home. So not so bad there. I do want to see whether or not, let me zoom out a bit. If you click on the game and you go to missions, is the stuff in game now for that event? I think it is. Yeah, it is. So this is the Fantastic Force event. One of Us, Changing Tides. These are chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So it might have the rewards already in here of what we're getting. So there's 4 nodes. Hero. Requires Hero. Fantastic Four, MCU, or Hero. So let's click on node 1 and see what we get for rewards. Is there different difficulties? I don't think so. There's guaranteed rewards, 2 million gold. Completion rewards, gold orb fragments. Hey, that's nice, right? This is probably going to be like a showcase thing with energy, so we can farm extra gold orb fragments. Let's see, node number 2 is going to be some ability orb fragments. Nothing good on the Jarvis orb fragments. Don't really want to farm that. Node number 3, we have 50 shards for the thing, and we have Armory 19 orb fragments, and then we have some training orb fragments. So if you do need training orb fragments, you can do that on this node here starting next week. And then we have the first steps. There we go. The thing first steps costume is here on week 1. So just to see whether or not it is that way for all of them, let's go. I hate that I have to go all the way back to missions. Let's check the other ones. Can I open? No, I can't even open up in a separate tab. I'm just wondering if some of these do have the costumes for Human Torch as well. Not there. Oh, 50 shards for a Human Torch, maybe? Yeah, there we go. So the first steps, Human Torch costume, completely free to play, both of them. Let's just, while we're here anyways, check the third week as well so we can see the rewards on that. So I just want to clarify that yes, the costumes will be free to play. So 3-star, we got some gold ore fragments again, some more gold. Let's see, I'm just kind of skipping ahead a little bit just to see. There is Mr. Fantastic shards and some purple ISO stuff. Okay, and finally, chapter 4, which is down here, rewritten oaths. Chapter 1, level 1, and we got some more gold ore fragments. Some more of the same first time rewards. We have 50 shards for Invisible Woman for some reason. And then finally, we have some Armory 20 ore fragments. Okay, so there's 8 Armory 20 ore fragments here, but that's on week 4, which is going to be like in 4 weeks' time. So yeah, it's going to be quite some time. And so the second half of the video, I do want to talk about the Quasar Scourge, and I want to talk about the data mines for that and the enemies that we're going to be facing and what you're going to need to know about that. Okay, so there's a few things that I want to talk about here as well. Let's just start up at the top here. So we have some confirmed details about Blastaar in the data mines files that basically indicate what kind of traits he has. So I mean, maybe not a big surprise, but he is bio. Some people were wondering whether or not he was going to be bio or mystic. And also his unique material is going to be Crimson Infinite Energy. Now, just to kind of clarify what other characters have that, I do have that. Oops, sorry, my bad. Let's go back into the full screen mode here. So these are the other characters that do have infinite energy as their unique. So Havoc, the ones that are relevant anyways, Havoc, Kahori, Nimrod, Scientist Supreme, right? You probably not, care much about the other ones at this point. So those are the other characters that do have infinite energy, which means you're going to need, is it 42? I forget how many you need now to go all the way up to gear tier 20 if this is something that you're considering on doing for Blastaar, for say the Xavier Saga. He is going to fill in that cosmic villain bio trait, right? He's not a human character, or sorry, he's not a hero character. So just keep in mind about that. That's what we're going to be looking at for Blastaar. So bio cosmic villain. I'm thinking about probably building him up. Now, I know that's going to be a lot of bio gear, right? We're talking about Fantastic Four as well. They're all bio, so yes, it is going to be a lot of bio gear. But what I like about the chapter currency, at least, is that you can target farm the G20s that you want. So if you want to buy up like a crap ton of bios, go ahead and do that. And that's exactly what I've been doing lately. So that's what I will continue to do for this. And that is what I will do for Blastaar, because inevitably having a G20 Blastaar will have much more value than, say, building up a Gore or a Gladiator, in my opinion. Now let's talk about the nodes, though, right? So this is nodes 13 through 14. This is the accursed Quasar section of the Scourge, right? And there will be additional packs available that activate all the modes, right? We will have Arena, we will have Cosmic Crucible, we will have War and Raids. These were all available. And the reason why I want to bring this up, it is so important when we take a look at the enemies, because they're going to have all of their individual texts activated. Some of these may not be so hard, but keep in mind a lot of people, if they are using Accursed, are going to have like 3-4-star maxed Accursed, right? And what I have heard about Accursed is that they suck with their energy generation, that they have problems with that, and they're also slow. So that is something that's really important when some of these characters may be a lot faster than them. Now, hopefully Quasar helps in this matter, though. So node number 13, this is the first new one, Cloak Dagger, which doesn't sound so bad, but Cosmic Crucible and Raid buffs will be active for them. But still maybe not so bad. Anti-Venom, again, I think he might have some raid buffs. Not a big deal, though. Symbiote Spider-Man, again, raid buffs, he definitely does. And Symbiote Silver Surfer is Void Knight. So Void Knight, Venom, Gwenom, Venom, Carnage, Scream, Gwenpool, Firestar, and Deathlock. For some, I don't know why Deathlock's there. So a lot of these are older characters. We have some Hive Mind characters. There is no Red Goblin, actually, for some reason. But there is a bunch of other Hive Mind characters and some old symbiotes. So this one might not be that big of a deal. It might not be that bad, but I do just want to indicate that, yes, all those Cosmic Crucible buffs for new warriors will be activated. And, you're essentially going to have to run Quasar, I think, because some of these might get on spawn speed bar. And if I'm not mistaken, that Quasar with the war buffs does deactivate this kind of crap, which is the whole reason why you use Quasar on the previous node against Super Skrull. I think it was like node 11 or something like this, node 11 or 12. That was really difficult, like almost impossible if you didn't have war buffs in Quasar. So node number 14, now this has a lot of Liberty characters, and this could be scary with war buffs because you're going to have that because of Quasar. So this is going to be Falcon Joaquin. We have Patriot. We have Captain Carter. I don't know why Captain Carter's there a bunch. Captain America World War II from Liberty. Sorry, from crap, the Nick Fury team invaders. Peggy Carter, Captain Carter again, Sharon Carter, another Falcon Joaquin, another Peggy Carter, U.S. Agent, Bucky Barnes, Iron Fist World War II, War Machine, Union Jack, Cap Sam, and Captain America World War II again. Maybe they're theming this or something. It doesn't, on the surface, it doesn't seem that bad. I am scared of Liberty, though. Liberty with Warbuffs is pretty cracked. And so I'm wondering if this one will be a bit of a challenge node. And making sure that you have, of course, as much energy as you can going into this node as well. So that's something to watch out for when we start doing this on Monday. Whether or not we actually have to do that is another thing. I just want to give you guys the heads up about this. Now, finally, we have the last two nodes, nodes 15 through 16. This is Accursed, Fantastic Four, MCU, and Quasar. So obviously, if you have the F4, I would just do that, right? It's probably going to be significantly better. They're probably a much better team, right? From what I've heard about Accursed. We have Node 15. We have Groot, Rocket, Moon Knight, Agatha. Why? I don't know. Man Thing. So like a little bit of like Night Stalkers here with some Starjammers who very likely will have Cosmic Crucible buffs if you have it active for Accursed, right? Havoc, Lilandra, Howard the Duck, Oath, Blade, Moon Knight again, Rocket again, Howard the Duck, and Cosmo. I don't really know where Cosmo fits into all of this, but there you go. So this one, a lot of Starjammer buffs, right? So that might be where the problem lands, depending on the waves, right? Making sure that, you know, certain Starjammers aren't up when the rest of the Starjammers land, if that's a thing like there. And then finally, we have node number 16. This is the very final node. We have a Mephisto. So I am wondering who this is designed for, because now I'm not an expert with Accursed by any means, but I'm pretty sure that they cleanse exhaust, right? I think Juggernaut does this. No, so I don't think you can clear exhaust with Fantastic Four. You might be able to push through regardless, though. So Nightcrawler, Mephisto, Nightcrawler, Silver Surfer, regular, Starbrand, Guardian, Starbrand again, Black Knight, Cosmic Ghost Rider, Gore, and Nightcrawler. 3 Nightcrawlers. I think that is designed to give turn bar, right? Because this special, when he leads with that, that could be really annoying. And that's going to give additional speed bar, I think. But if you're using Quasar, some of this stuff should get negated. So if you're using like 4 Fantastic Four, probably sans, I don't know, Thing or Human Torch. Now keep in mind, there is going to be additional Scourges related to the Fantastic Four as well. This Mephisto concerns me if you want to do a full 16 node run, but I posted it somewhere back. How far back was it? We talked about Scourges, I thought, as well. I guess it would have been past this. It was one of my other videos, right? Where we talked about Scourge. Yeah, here we go. Scourges for the Fantastic Four. So Fiery Temperament. Actually, there was this one as well. The Quasar Fun Boss, if that's still the thing. Extra damage and like on spawn stats for him. So this could be really important. Also, the Fiery Temperament. When a Fantastic Four MCU is attacked, Human Torch gains 20% speed bar, and Thing gains taunt for 1 turn on spawn. And then Mr. Fantastic MCU gains a 50% dodge chance. So these things they were saying Scourge cards. Maybe you know what? Maybe I think this. I was wondering, maybe this is actually for. Maybe this is for Danger Room. Like maybe this is for Quasar, the Quasar Scourge, but maybe the rest of this. Now that I'm thinking about this, because this is Mr. Fantastic or Mr. Fantastic MCU, maybe all of this stuff is actually for the Danger Room. Maybe that's not actually for the Scourge, because usually they don't call out single characters like that, whereas Danger Room does. So my bad. I'm not 100% if those things are actually for this. But either way, this Node 16 kind of scares me. But we'll see what ends up happening in game as always. And I do want to mention, of course, that it might be possible that we can do this with 12 nodes without even touching the Accursed. But I do want to kind of let people know about this in advance so that you guys can make an informed decision about what you guys want to do, right? If you want to build Accursed, or just make sure you have the resources that in case you have to do it, or if you want to, or make that conscious decision about, do you care about a 7 red Quasar? That being said, based on the milestones, the 13, 14, and 15, it does look like the 7 red should be easier to obtain, and you probably will be able to do that with the 12 nodes. Now, if you want to get the G20s, that seems like you're going to have to push a little bit more, and we'll talk about that as well. My priority for Monday is going to be getting the 7 red. We will probably talk about how you can get to milestone 15 and how you can get those G20s, but I doubt that I'll be recording that in my first video. We'll probably be just doing, you know, how you can get to 7 red Quasar more efficiently. That's probably my goal for Monday night. So just a little heads up about that. But otherwise, that's going to be the end of this video, everyone. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll see you guys all on the next video. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, and you'll be greatly helping out the channel. Have a great day, and I'll see you guys on the next one.